Hermes. Hi guys. Wow, Danny's actually uploading a video like sooner than later. That's amazing. Had to get something out for Black History Month as well. What's up, my people? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? So, I got a big response from my video last time, which is crazy. It's like at 7 point something K right now, both of the videos. I'm like, that's nuts. Oh my gosh. Am I famous? No, I'm not. Thank you all for the nice comments on my cosplay and like people saying I have a nice voice, and I'm like, But also I wanted to address something as well. So people pointed it out to me that I was not using the correct pronouns for gender fluid shapeshifter. I kept using they instead of he, and I thought that I really thought that I was saying he, but my brain, I don't know how to explain it with, like, it's not an excuse, but I have chemo brain. I have gone through chemotherapy for a bone marrow transplant, so when I make something, I don't have any recollection of what I said unless I play it back, and that was my mistake. I did edit the video, but I didn't notice. I was adding everything else and I really didn't notice, and that's my fault. I do apologize for that. I will be better about this. I will do better. I hope you guys can forgive me on that. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the DanDanDan or the Clon fandom right now, and if you heard about this, you already know what I'm about to talk about. But before we do that, I am cosplaying Miss ISA from DanDanDan. Slay, we love it. She cute or whatever. Yeah, and I did actually do a joint cosplay with my other mutual who helps me edit these videos, Kat, so give her a follow. Please like, share, and subscribe, and let's get into the video. Okay, so this all started with a fan art picture, and I will show that right here. Isn't it really done well? Like, it's beautiful. And I was like, oh my gosh, the characters look like me. That's so cool. It's fan art. Yay. What could possibly go wrong? Literally everything. Okay. The Twitter backlash was insane. This is by a 16-year-old artist, by the way. The talent, amazing. They were mad because they're like, that's blackwashing, which make no goddamn sense because blackwashing doesn't exist. And I'll tell you why in a second. And the voice of Okaran is and his fiance Muko, not in the show but IRL, is played by Anaris Quinones. I hope I'm saying that right, but Anaris is actually the voice of Mirako from MHA, and I've met her and she's so pretty. She's gorgeous. I talked to AJ Eccles in passing at a con because I was broke. I wanted his autograph so bad, but he also voice acts for my hood nigga Takamichi. My two favorite voice actors are getting married, but also congratulations. But also AJ Eccles, you stole my woman. God damn you. Anyway, Okaran Devonte Jenkins, so his voice actor, he decided to put it as his profile, and I think Anaris has as well put it as a profile picture because it looks beautiful. It's amazing. And people had a big stake about it. Oh my gosh. They ran AJ Eccles, one of the nicest voice actors, off of Twitter. He's no longer on Twitter. He's on Blue Sky now because of how bad the backlash was. It was really sick. It's fan art. Fan art. Oh my gosh. It doesn't change the canon. You guys are sensitive as hell. It was mostly white tea people that had a problem with it, aka white people. I don't know if I'm allowed to say white people on YouTube. I'm so used to the guidelines for TikTok that I don't know what the guidelines are for YouTube, but I'll just call them white. Plus, it's not a slur. Okay, because people calling it a slur is crazy. I don't think you know what a slur is, babe. Anyway, people were claiming that, oh my god, you're blackwashing. You're ruining everything. So let's talk about whitewashing versus blackwashing for a second. I hate this topic because people like to be willfully obtuse about it, and it pisses me off. I'm not gonna lie. So let's go. I actually took this from Quora, I think. So whitewashing. Whitewashing refers to casting white actors in roles that are meant to represent characters of color. This practice is often criticized because it perpetuates systemic racism and erases the representation of marginalized communities. Historically, people of color have faced significant barriers in the entertainment industry, and whitewashing reinforces those inequities. Cultural appropriation. Whitewashing can also be seen as a form of cultural appropriation where dominant cultures take and reshape the stories and identities of marginalized ones without proper representation. The lack of representation for people of color in film, television, and other media has led to frustration and anger when characters from diverse backgrounds are portrayed by white actors, as it denies opportunities for actors of color, which it still happens today in Hollywood. Gotta love it. Anyway, let's talk about blackwashing now. The term blackwashing is often used to describe the casting of black actors in roles originally written for white characters. While this can spark debate, the context is different. Many argue that this practice can be seen as a corrective measure in an industry that has historically marginalized black stories and actors. Ah, dear. Empowerment versus erasure. When black actors take on roles that were originally white, it can be viewed as a reclaiming of space and representation in an industry that has often sidelined black narratives. This is contrasted with whitewashing, which erases representation of people of color. Me with my nerdy self. Actually, the cultural impact of representation has shifted, and there is a growing recognition of importance of diversity in storytelling. While there may be criticisms of blackwashing, they often do not carry the same weight or implications as whitewashing due to the historical context of racial representation. Overall, the differing reaction of whitewashing and blackwashing can be attributed to the historical and societal power dynamics at play. The entertainment industry is increasingly recognizing the importance of diverse representation, which influences public perception and reactions to casting choices. Whitewashing takes away representation, like think what's her name in Ghost of the Shell, I don't remember her name, Scarlett Johansson, there you go, where it's supposed to be an Asian person, but they're like, she's Asian enough. Like, what? Blackwashing is a made up term by racist white people. Stay with me now. Racist white people. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. I don't want people in the comments to be like, I never did that. Does it apply to you? No? Then shut the fuck up. But anyway, blackwashing was made as a counteract from angry racist white people, and there's a good parallel. Black lives, this is like with Black Lives Matter. We were saying, hey, we matter too as people, don't forget about us, right? And the white tea racist people, oh sorry, I keep on saying white racist people decided, no, all lives matter, and I'm like, yeah, for all lives to matter, black lives have to matter too. What's your point? Like it's like white people have always had representation in media. Let's be real here. They always have. So when a qualified black person gets to play a white character, they lose it because they're not the center of attention anymore and they can't relate. I've had to relate to white characters my entire life. Now these are Japanese characters, obviously, and they're like, Japan is mad about this too. And I'm like, are they though? It's fan art. Fan art is not going to kill you. You're not gonna die immediately. Like, I'm gonna die because people were drawing other characters black. Like, don't be stupid. All right. Get some of the tweets. there was somebody who drew these characters as black, and this dumb person goes, these are fire, but if someone were to do this exact thing in reverse, then that'll be a problem all of a sudden. Not saying you specifically think like that, but someday. First of all, people do try to whitewash black fan art all the time. And do you know what's really funny about it? All of them look bad. All of them are shitty as hell. When people change the race of a character as black, it's always well drawn. It's always really pretty. And it doesn't change the canon of the show. So why the fuck do you care? Like, it's so stupid. This other person, why can't blacks just make their own original content? Is it because it's not any good, or no one will watch it? Or is stealing and ruining culture just in the genes? Really? Stealing culture? I don't know. I think racist white people do that. Just saying. Also, saying blacks is crazy. You don't say blacks, it's black people. What the fuck? We do make our own shows, by the way. It's just that Hollywood doesn't promote them well enough sometimes, and there's a whole bunch of racism that I just don't want to get into, to be honest. It's a lot. If you look up the type of racism in Hollywood, you would be like, what the fuck? Why do black people have to go through it? And this tweet said it beautifully. Making black edits of characters isn't racist because people don't have racist intentions when doing it. Every whitewash I've seen is done out of spite, and that is the gospel truth. Now we're gonna play a video that perfectly encapsulates how I feel about this and gives good perspective. So let's.
DanDanDan opening his gentrified Jersey club, a sound that was made by modern day black American culture in New Jersey. The Japanese people who made the song are profiting and making monetary gain off of that sound. And the craziest thing is, black anime fans, they didn't just give a shit. They celebrated the song. They celebrated y'all taken from our culture. We didn't care, we just liked the song. Creepy Nuts themselves, the hip hop duo that made the opening, even admitted there was influence off of artists like Batman Drill, an artist from Newark, New Jersey. People gotta stop putting respect on Essex County, but I digress. I'm just saying how it's crazy how Japanese people get to take and profit off of black culture, and black anime fans love and celebrate them for it. But the second a black anime fan wants to make a black edit of their favorite character that has no monetary gain and no influence on what the mangaka is writing in its story, y'all want to say they're blackwashing Japanese culture? That's some bullshit. What world do people think they live in where black Twitter artists have any influence on Shonen Jump mangas? These people think these teenage Twitter artists have so much influence that they can erase Japanese culture. Do you know, it's crazy, right? And the same people that think this never give black culture the credit that it deserves. This video is not me coming after Creepy Nuts because they at least gave credit to where they got the sound that they have right now. But number one, y'all gotta start giving respect to New Jersey and Essex County. But number two, it's crazy how everybody gets to have a piece of black culture and they don't even need to give credit. As long as it's just listenable, no one gives a shit. But black people get accused of blackwashing because of fan edits? Like we have any real influence on Shonen Jump? Fuck out of here.
I barely have anything to say about that video except preach. Facts. Yeah.
I don't want to hear a single word from Japanese people saying, oh, this 16-year-old drew fan art, blackwashing them. It is so racist. I don't want to hear a single fucking word from you guys. Because y'all constantly are stealing from black culture. Don't even pay homage or credit for when you steal. You don't even properly represent us in the medium that we support. Yet y'all are the ones out here still in 2024 doing blackface. And I'm going to get into it with proof in a second. But for the DanDanDan people upset, I don't want to hear shit. Because y'all are out here fighting for your lives to say, oh, this scene of a teenage girl getting threatened to be impregnated by these aliens in a sexualized manner wasn't bad. Y'all said it only happened once in chapter 1, and yet we get this scene of her being almost essayed again with these sexualized shots. And yet 30 chapters in, we're still dealing with all this creepy ass depiction of minors in these sexualized positions. But we're not here to talk about all this. Let's talk about how anime is still doing blackface and no one's getting upset about it. But yet when a 16-year-old draws some characters, fan art, I remind you, reflecting them with their favorite characters from the show, and then the VA, the black VA, puts that picture as his profile pic, y'all didn't call for him to be fired. Do y'all remember Black Shine from One Punch Man? You know, black skin with the racist ass big lip. But not only is that a stereotypical racist depiction of black people, the motherfucker ain't even black. He's some Japanese dude who worked out so hard, he lost his hair and his skin turned black. Japan and all you white knight Americans, I don't want to hear shit about racism in anime and manga because y'all didn't say a fucking word about that.
This character's not black. What the hell? Huh? That's preach again. That was some good shit. Good shit. Please follow those creators because they said everything I wanted to say in like one go. But this even goes with cosplay. I could cosplay a character that's not my skin color, and I'm getting Clonkaklon, which we call the racist DanDanDan viewers, which I find it very funny. They are rating my comments with my friend that I cosplayed with and calling us all sorts of derogatory things. Black people can't cosplay. You ruined my cosplay. You look like a monkey. You look like a nigger. Stuff like that. The comments were disgusting. And this isn't just for DanDanDan. It's for every anime character that we cosplay from, or every cartoon. They just hate to see us look good. They hate to see us winning. They hate to see us not give a fuck and cosplay anyway. This is why I say the cosplay space is toxic, because you have to be skinny, white passing, conventionally attractive for people to acknowledge you, to be like, oh my god, you're that character, oh my god. And I'm over here like, weren't you just calling me slurs yesterday? I don't understand the disconnect here. Like using and profiting off of black culture is fine to you, but the minute we try to do something creative and be like, look, I have a cosplay, it's automatically disgusting and horrible and should never happen, and you are a bleep 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 and all these slurs. Like, that's not cool. It sucks, because I get these comments too, and I know my fellow black cosplayers do as well. That's why a lot of the time we say support a black cosplayer, because we don't have all that support out there, you know? We don't have that support. So like, people even get mad about that. They're like, you're begging for views. I'm not begging. It's a suggestion. You can totally not do it and I won't give a fuck. Like, this just talking about this on Black History Month is already ironic as it is, but it's pissing me off remembering these damn comments. I hope the artist is okay and is doing well and is thriving, because like, your fan art was I loved it. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Tell me what you think in the comments. Be civil. I don't want any racism in the comments. None. All right, I will delete your comment and block you. Just saying. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you feel. I hope you guys are having a good Black History Month, and I'll see y'all later.